Hey y'all, for this little segment, I'm going to be talking about how to style your perm. So again, this is an example of a graduated spiral perm using various rod sizes. And this is a job that we have to do as stylists. Far too often, we are not being professionals and educating the client on how she could style her hair at home, what products to use, what tools to use and all that. Those are all great ways to not only help the client and keep the client coming back and she'll recommend her friends. It's also a good way to retail in the salon, because a lot of people don't even know the products that are in their salon or even sell them. And there's a reason for that, because a lot of the products that we have professionally, they don't work right. The products that I use, all of them have the pH on the bottle, they're acidic. For the last few years, that's what I've started to do, and what I've been doing is recommending, if you have a perm especially, because your hair is going to be porous, perm and color-treated hair, it is of absolute critical importance that all of y'all's products have the pH on it, and it's acidic. So if the bottle has a pH of 4.5 to a 5.5, that's a perfect shampoo. It is not going to strip your acid mantle, it's going to keep that cuticle closed and intact. Because with a permed hair, you do not want to reopen that cuticle. The more you reopen that cuticle, the higher the chance. So the hair could break, and another issue is the perm will fall out faster, because if you're making the hair more porous and porous, it will not hold the curl. So for the first look with the spiral perm, very simple, wash and go look. And you can do this for all types of perms. What I'm going to do is shampoo her with acidic shampoo, condition, and then we're going to layer on some products. And I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. Okay, so the client has been successfully shampooed. I used an acidic moisturizing shampoo, and again, for clients that have very porous or damaged hair, I definitely recommend going the moisture shampoo route, because that will put the moisture back in. And if you want, you can get like a little bit of a protein spray or something, but for the most part with damaged hair, moisture is always the way to go, especially with permed hair. So the perm did relax slightly. I was expecting that to happen because it is an acid wave, and all acid waves typically are soft and relax slightly after perming. So what I like about my perm design is that her hair is a little bit looser in the front. It's more natural. She could take a curling wand and make it curlier if she wanted to. It's a very versatile look. So I gently used a wet hairbrush and gently brushed the hair. You don't want to be aggressive. So what I'm going to start is, the way we do this is you layer products on from softest to hardest. And what that means is I'm going to start with my moisturizing spray. And again, these are not products that you have to use, just kind of use something like it for this look. This is Lanza Healing Moisture, the Moi Moi Moisturizing Mist. So I'm going to go and I'm going to just spray this. You don't need a lot. Give it a few spritzes here and there. And just scrunch up a little bit. This is going to just give the hair a little bit of moisture. It's a hair moisturizer. The next product I'm going to be doing is a leave-in conditioner, and again, I don't want to waste some of the good stuff on a mannequin, so I'm using Mizani 25 Miracle Milk. It's just a regular, leave-in conditioner. It's a spray. Give it a spray or two. And this just hydrates the hair, has some proteins in there. And next, I'm going to use Prism. This is a spray silicone. So I'm just going to do 2 sprays of that. This is a light silicone spray. I believe it is an alcohol base as well. And I'm going to finish by putting a little bit of Marco Color Smoothing Gloss to seal the hair. A little of this goes a very long way. I'm using about a dime-sized amount. Rub it in your hands. Come around. Make sure that it's evenly distributed throughout the hair, starting underneath and coming up top. Again, always scrunch the hair up. This is going to seal the cuticle of the hair. It'll help prevent frizziness when you're on the go. If any of y'all live in a humid area, whether it's the shore or out west, this will keep your hair nice and contained. You can even have the client flip her head over, and again, just scrunch up. And by doing this, you're keeping the integrity of the hair. Ideally, because some of the products weren't the best kind, you want to go for the product that has the pH on the bottle that is acidic in pH, so you don't strip the color or strip the perm. And you can just let your hair air dry. If you would like, any of y'all can take a diffuser. You can put a little bit of spray gel and just diffuse the hair like this, or if you have a hooded dryer at home, again, put it on medium or the low setting and just chill out under there, read a magazine. You can do that too, but for the most part, a lot of ladies just like to air dry their hair. So this is the air dried look. I will come back when this is fully air dried. All right, y'all, so this is the finished result of the air dried look. And again, most perms, like I said, are ready to wear looks where, you know, you can just shower, put a few products in, and just walk out the door the same day. A lot of people have the misconception that with perms, you don't need to use styling products and that you just wake up and your hair is good. Well, that's not necessarily the truth. While there is some truth in that with the right products and the right styling method, you can get great looks. There is still some degree to what you have to use and how you style your hair or what you put in it. And again, this is at the very minimal. You can even shorten the products down to just a leave-in conditioner and a silicone spray or something to kind of keep that cuticle sealed. Now remember, if any of y'all are using silicone, especially dimethicone and whatnot, it is ideal to invest in an acidic clarifying shampoo. Try Organics Complex from Tom Dispenza. It's a great one, or Chromastix is the brand too. Try Organics Clarifying Shampoo, great shampoo. Tuto sells a great one. If you can get Soma sells a great one. There's all these options and they all pretty much work the same. The pH is on the bottle, it's acidic, it's not gonna strip the color, it's not gonna strip the perm, it will just get the product off. And that's the important thing. So again, this hair is it's in pretty good condition still, despite being lifted with high lift hair color, 40 volume. The wave, the integrity of the hair is still there. Now just take a look at this. You'll notice that this right here, the spiral perm is more of a C shape. See how it's like C, 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 where other perms are a little bit more of an S shape, and I'll get an example. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you look at that right there, this right here is more of like an S shape if you pull on it. And that's what makes a spiral perm different. It's more of a wave, you know. It's not as, poofy as some of the old perms. It gives you more of a modernized look. You know, you can make it look modern. You can make it look more vintage if you'd like, depending on the wrapping style and the styling method. And this client, right, she has a lot of volume from the perm. It gave her some body. You know, she can make it bigger if she wanted to. She could smooth it out if she wanted to. She can take a curling wand and just make the front a little tighter if she wants. So that is this look, you know, simply air dry it. The next look, I'm gonna show you all how to style the spiral perm using a diffuser. And the diffuser is good if y'all want to dry the hair quickly. Maybe it's the winter time and you don't wanna walk out with wet hair and have your hair turn into an icicle. So that will be a little bit different. For that look, we're gonna be incorporating a body cream and we're gonna be incorporating a heat protectant. Now this hair, because it does have silicone in it, that could suffice because silicone is a heat protectant on its own, but I find that when you diffuse, I tend to, instead of using silicone, I like to use a regular old heat protectant just because it is drier heat. Okay y'all, so the next look is going to be just a big voluminous blowout. So again, this is something that y'all can do to kind of your own taste. All right, so the second look is gonna be just a big voluminous blowout. And this is something that y'all can kind of do to whatever taste that you have. So whether it's a tousled look like so, you can probably leave the hair like this if you wanted to. This is just a rough dry, get as much moisture out as possible. Get the hair to about 80% dry or so. Again, I just used an acidic shampoo, conditioner. I did a little deep conditioner on her. I did a Soma's Hot Body. It's a acidic styling cream. I also did a little leave-in conditioner. And I put just a small amount of silicone to kind of seal a cuticle. So this is Soma Hot Body, pH of 4.5 to 5.5. You use a quarter size amount. You put it about an inch away from the scalp because again, it's the body of the hair. You don't want to slather it on the root. I rough dried the hair with a focus on volume at the root. So now what I'm going to do is just section like so, starting from the bottom, working my way up with the hair. And typically with a client, I tend just to do the sides first so the client can get a feel for what it's gonna look like in the mirror. So I'm gonna section, rough section like so. I'm gonna try a bigger round brush actually, just for the heck of it. You know, and you can use a smaller one if you want. Kind of whatever, you know, fits your taste. So take about that much hair like so. And I'm gonna do a few sections, then finish up this mannequin and come back with the finished look. Make sure I twist like so. Okay, so take a look at that. Look at how much body you have. I mean, like, you can even add a little teasing in after this. This client's gonna have quite a bit of body. So again, you know, if you saw what I did, roll it, put a heat on it, and then I take the cool setting on the blow dryer, I hit the cool setting, and I keep that on there for a few seconds, let it get nice and cool, and then I go on to the next section. Again, just like you would with a perm, you're using this as like a big fat roller. Stick the brush there, get an idea of how big your sections are. Try not to get sections that are larger than the barrel length of the brush or the diameter of the barrel. This is about, I want to say, like a 1.5 inch or so comb. And you know, you can have fun with the directions and play around with all of that. So I'm just going to do the sides, and I'm going to do one more section for y'all to see, and then I'm going to come back when this is all finished. Always rough dry the hair first. If the hair is sopping wet or dripping, towel blot it really well. Put your styling products in, rough dry the hair with your fingers. Typically you're gonna hold the blow dryer up where you want it, so if you want volume, try to dry it like this with your fingers up. Get it about 80% dry. Try to avoid leaving the damp hair on the dry hair because that will cause it to deflate a little bit. So I'm gonna do one more section. And another thing, follow the basic roller theory. I tend to go about 90 degrees from where the hair is. I pull it up like so, and then I go about, actually no, it's more than 90 degrees. 90 degrees is where it goes. If you want more volume, blow dry it up and then roll your way down for maximum volume. And there's a chart that you can kind of fool around, you know, get an idea of what the best look for yourself is. All right, so I'm gonna finish up this mannequin. Okay, so now Deborah is kind of looking like one of those ladies who got either hit by lightning or she just got done with one too many martini glasses. Anyhow, don't worry about that. As you can see, she's got a lot of volume up here and a lot of volume here. You know, she's not gonna wear this out of the salon like this, I'll tell you that. Although I have had several clients want similar crazy looks like this. You can give them what they want, you can't give them good taste. So what I'm gonna do right now is start her comb out, and just here's the back so y'all can see. A lot of volume, a lot of options. You know, gently comb the root upward. You can even tease it if you want. I'm gonna comb this back a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of hairspray. So I have one of my favorite brands. Let me just take the cap off. This is Marco Pelusi's Color Guard hairspray. Now this is a pump hairspray, so what makes this different is unlike a can of hairspray where you're like, and it makes a whole mess of a cloud. A pump hairspray is very nice because you can hold it and you just pump where you want it. You can never have too much hairspray if you're from New York, New Jersey, especially Long Island and Staten Island. Okay, so let me just shake the hair a little bit. There you have it, a nice body blowout. And again, you can edit this to how y'all would like this. Let me just flip the ends under a little bit. Look at all that body right there. That is not achievable in this type of hair without some kind of texture service. I mean, I can kind of use a trim. So that is the body blowout. I'll show you the back. You can even tease it if you wanted to. So tell me what y'all think of that. Look number 2.